Okay, so seventh chords and expansions. Okay, so first thing I will show you is the fifth string expansion. So you see, this is A chord, which you already know. Okay, now if you raise this ring finger off, okay, I play the since my fingers are slightly fatter, I prefer to play with the last three fingers. If you play with the first three fingers, then you lift off your middle finger. And if you play with your last three fingers, you remove your ring finger. You get the A7 sound. Okay, now ideally, when you take this position forward, you don't take it like this, you take it like this. Irrespective of whether you play A like this or like this, you take it like this. Okay, and why I'm saying that is because when you move this forward, this technically becomes B flat 7, provided you bar from the fifth string all the way up to the first string. So that's B7. And then you take it forward, you get, sorry, did I say B? I meant B flat 7. Then B7, then C7. Yeah, you can see the fingers. Yeah. Okay, so basically the seventh triad is basically what you're doing is fifth note, then the flat seventh, and then you're playing the then you're playing third. And generally, when you're playing the root note is already assumed. So even if you just want to play a triad without the root, then you should, since you're into jazz, then you're playing the fifth, you're playing the flat seventh, and the third. This would be the this would just be the third and flat seven, which is the most important in from a jazz context. But this is the full dominant seventh chord, C7. So you have A7, B flat 7, B7, C7, C sharp 7, D7, E flat 7, E7, F7, and so on and so forth. And if you just descend it fast, it sounds very jazzy. Now, take that same A7, okay, and put your first finger on G1. So D2, B2, and G1. You get A major 7 and you play it from the fifth string. And now, to take it forward, you have to maintain that same third finger and fourth finger and put your middle finger here, and you get B flat major 7. So basically, without the middle finger, it's a dominant 7th. With the middle finger on, it's a major 7. B7, C major 7, so B major 7, C major 7, C sharp major 7, D major 7, E flat major 7, E major 7, F major 7, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you learned dominant 7th, you learned major 7th from the fifth string. Now, how do we do this from the sixth string? Okay, so let's take the G bar chord. Now, if you lift off this little finger, then that's it. That's the G7. So when you lift off this little finger, this is the root. So when you and this the fret before the root is the major 7th, and the fret before that is the flat 7. So when you lift up the little finger, you get G dominant 7, G sharp dominant 7, A7, B flat dominant 7, B7, and so on and so forth. Okay, the root position comes from E. You know how you play E? And then if you just lift off this ring finger, it becomes E dominant 7th. Okay, so E, E7, F, F7, then F sharp 7th. Yeah, you need to really, your bar has to be really good for that 7 to be heard. Okay, and so on and so forth. Then how to play a major 7th from the same position. So I won't start with E, this time I'll start with F. What you need to do is think that you're playing an A minor. Okay, this same A minor, but play it with your last three strings, last three fingers, and put your first finger on the sixth string, first fret. So this is F major 7, and you do not play the fifth string and you do not play the first string. You only play the notes that you're holding. In a jazz context, this major 7th position is used a lot. So this is obviously G major 7th and then G sharp major 7th. So basically think of it as a like a third minor, okay? Think of it as a third minor of whatever major you're playing, and then put the root of the major. Third minor, what I mean is like G ka third note is B, and it is represented by a minor chord. So B minor ka chord position, and then superimpose it with a G on the bass. Then you get a G major 7. So what have we done till now? A ko A7 bana ke, we've played all the 7th chords. Then उसी this dominant 7 position में middle finger डाल के major 7 बना दिया. And all the 5th string, dominant 7th and major 7th chords. 6th string, this is the major, lift off the little finger, it becomes the dominant 7th. And otherwise think of the minor third of minor third note, that is the third note ka minor chord, that's better. So F, G, A minor, and then put the first finger on the root. So then you get F major 7, and so on and so forth. So the best part about guitar is once you know one position, you can just change the root and get different chords. So this is as far as the 6th string and 5th string position is concerned, and that's how you know at least 2 positions. Now, this same A, you can continue to play it like this, okay? But if you bar it all the way down, with one finger, even press the first string, which is otherwise supposed to be open, and put your little finger or third finger on E3. Then again you're getting an A full chord, okay, plus you're getting the flat 7, G. Now when you take this forward, if you only choose to play 4 strings at a time, then you can just take this forward, chord forward. B flat 7, B7, C7, C sharp 7. But if you want to play it with a bass note, then if you move A to bass note is the 5th string open. But when you take it to B flat 7, then what you will have to practice is pressing down these 3 notes which you used to play like this. To press them down with the third finger, and then put your little finger on the flat 7 and keep the first finger on the root. This may be tough for someone who doesn't play guitar regularly, so then you can just stick to this. So that takes care of your one more way of playing a dominant 7th. Okay, then let's look at how we make this a major 7th. Okay, so when you press the first 3 strings, okay, so for example, this is like a fourth string chord position. Okay, so this is my E note, and then if I press that is D2, and then if I press G4, B4 and E4, then also I get a major 7 sound. So you can start from E flat, or you can start from D. D major 7th is just hold the open D and just press the first 3 strings on the 2nd fret. Then E flat major 7, then E major 7, then F major 7. This is also a beautiful way to play F major 7. Okay, so you have 4th string position also of a major 7. Another 4th string position of a major 7th is where the root is on the little finger. So how that works, I'll tell you. If you take F, generally F is played with the first 2 strings barred, right? But what you should do, okay, is that you play, you don't bar, you just leave it open. So this chord is like really easy to play, okay? See, you play D3, G2, B1 and E. But when you take this forward, it's better to, instead of moving with your third finger, put your little finger and then just put all the fingers diagonally down. So you get the root, F sharp, then you get the third, then you get the 5th, and then you get the major 7th. This is the most easiest way to see the, So you got F major 7, F sharp major 7, G major 7, G sharp major 7, A major 7. On an acoustic, I'm playing this on a nylon string and I'm not used to playing on nylon string, so please excuse the mutedness of the notes. Then, so that's another way. So you know so many ways of playing a major 7. From the 6th string like this, that's F. Then you know how to play from the 5th string like this. Then you know how to play from the 4th string like this. and then you know also how to play like this. Okay, so these are ways to play the major 7. Then, instead of showing you some more complicated ways of playing sevens, why don't you look at it as ninths? Okay, so this is a very common ninth, dominant ninth chord position. Okay, like you see, you play G like this. So you bring the first two fingers down and then bring the last two fingers up by one string. So the same G, you just squeeze it down like this. So what you're playing is D, okay? Then you're playing an F sharp, which is the major third. This will always stay. Then you're playing a C, which is the flat 7, and then you're playing a E, which is the ninth. Okay, so it's fulfilling the fact that you're having a major third, and you're having the flat 7th, and you're having the ninth. You don't have to have the 5th. So this becomes D dominant 7th, or even when you say D dominant 7th, you can play it with a ninth. So, and then you shift this little finger out and you get the Jimi Hendrix chord, which is the sharp ninth, which is an altered chord also. And if you press the first finger down, then you get a flat 9. Yeah, so now if you want to just make this a minor, this third, you flatten it. Then you get a D minor 9 or D minor with a sharp 9. And I have never tried playing a flat 9, but I would assume it would be like this. So it's like, it looks a little bit like the major 7th chord. Sorry. But it's just like the first two, it's inverted. See, this is like a major 7 position. Not for the same chord, some other chord. And now I've just inverted this position, that's it. So C major 7 and D minor 9 could be played like this. So this is C major 7. Now I just bring the third finger up and bring the first finger down and I get D minor 9th. D minor flat 9th. So see, that's how beautifully you can do it. I hope this much helps. This itself is a lot of information. Practice it and let me know if you need anything more.